Hails, hails, hails. What up, what up, what up? Top of the morning, top of the morning. Shit, I was fucking late. I thought I had a bit more time than I had, and I was handling some things, and I was like, oh shit, it's wake and bake time. What up, Hails? What up, what up, what up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you had me worried for a minute there, and I logged in at half an hour ago thinking pre-wake and bake vibes. I was like,
Yeah, that's I got distracted. I was fucking taking care of some other things, and I thought I still had like an hour left. So
it's so good.
I was like, oh shit, it's go time.
Whoa.
It's go time. Whoa, what up, broski?
I'm good. I was worried too. Shit, I was like, where the pre-vibes at? where the pre-smoke at?
Just fuck. I'm like all over the place, trying to fucking do hella shit per usual, and it's a good thing I looked at the clock though, because I was like, oh shit, 10:58, I gotta go.
Yeah, it's all
We'll
good.
be calling you soon.
It's all good. We appreciate what you do. We know you putting it. We know you getting it in. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? So it's all appreciated.
Yeah, so I haven't even, it's probably gonna be a minute before we get a little bit of traffic in here, which is cool. Let me get everything set up and
Yeah, do your thing.
Then get the tweet out, let everybody know we up in chill. Up in chill. Yeah, man, them people is crazy, man. Yesterday's tweets, that was wild, bro.
Man, who do you know who that?
No, I have no idea, but I started getting hella DMs from people that he's a disgruntled fucking investor, and whenever he doesn't get his way or whatever, or he gets kicked out or banned from a community, he'll just start doing that. So some people have sent me shit that he like posted on certain projects from December, like doing the same type of fuck shit. Like, so it's nobody that I know. And then that alt account, so he's doing it from, so the two accounts that's commenting back and forth in there is both him. And one of the accounts, so one of the accounts is the racist shit, and then his alt account is saying, "Hey, Too Cold, do you wear do you pee sitting up or standing up or sitting down, and this, boxers or this and that?" Like, get out of here, bro! Like, you're fucking lame.
Lame, man.
I thought you had to be an adult to be an investor.
Man, right?
Or am I just missing the boat here somewhere?
Man, shit. They should say you need to be. You should have to take an evaluation to get on Twitter or on any social media. Shit.
Yeah,
fucking, because people are ridiculous.
People
yeah. Pull up for the Too Cold Wake and Bake vibes with our guys.
But yeah, I honestly do not understand the mentality of somebody who has to be intentionally abusive, racist, or just downright rude. Why people think that's acceptable behavior?
Because they're ignorant.
One of my kids ever did that, they would get spanked.
Because they're ignorant, straight up.
Man, that whole shit was different, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it just was out of nowhere, and then no. So one of the DMs I got said, they said he is black. I'm like, that's not how you go about bringing racist shit. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I know I draw my attention to certain shit when I want to too, but it's like you don't go in attacking what you're trying to convey. You attack the opposition side of the conversation. Like that it was like, that's not how you, like, that's like, I read it in how it was delivered. You posted a meme under a picture of all of us. We're all black. It's on the promo flyer. You have a picture of KKK with Malcolm X's head on it, and it says, make new friends. That wasn't enticing me to think that you're trying to draw attention to a racist situation. It enticed me to think, you racist motherfucker just dropped this shit in my shit. That's what it did. Like, it was completely backwards.
Yeah, yo, it caught me off guard. That's why I had to hit you and be like, man, do you even know them? Like, and I told him that. I was like, hey, your approach was wrong. Like, period, black or white. And then he said I'm black, and I'm just like, man, I ain't even gonna say shit. I'm done.
Yeah,
This is trolling. This is trolling at this point. He trolling us. If he black, nah, he a troll. I got to get the fuck up out of here. Then he started using Hugo's name from Flair, and I'm like, damn. Me and Kamikaze made proof of state. We trying to do good out here. Like, let me back
yeah,
up.
Do you know what? It doesn't matter whether you're black, white, yellow, orange, green, blue. You know, it doesn't cost anything just to be a decent human being. And people really need to stop looking at colour and accept people for who they are. And I know it's something that we'll probably never see in our lifetimes. And it's really, really sad that the world is still like that in places and people are still so small-minded, narrow-minded and ignorant.
yeah.
But yeah,
It just
hate is a horrible thing.
extremely like ignorant. Like, people are ridiculous, straight up, for real.
Just be kind, be accepting.
But that's the thing is, if it was easy to be a good human being, everybody would be doing it. That's the thing, right? Not even just that, like anything in life. If it was easy, anybody would be doing it. It's easy to be a piece of shit person. It's easy to be a scammer and steal and all that. That's the easy route. To do the right type of shit it's hard, and you have to put in work to do those type of things, right? So
It should be the other way around. It should be easy to be a decent human being. I don't know why people make it so hard. It's
fucking
that's my
idiots.
rant over. You know, I suppose I'm in the fortunate place where I've never had to personally deal with some of the ignorance that you guys probably have had to deal with.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's hard
it's
out
awful.
here. Yep, it's hard out here for sure, but it is what it is.
And it's all in real time too. Like, trust me, that shit was not a publicity stunt. That shit just came up. Too Cold posted her thing, and that shit popped up, and we like, hold up.
Yeah, that
Wait a
came out of
minute.
nowhere, and I wasn't even on Twitter all day yesterday. I wasn't even
What
doing
makes it
nothing.
worse is it's another person of color doing that. Like,
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
you're spreading hate within your own community, for want of better words, when what you should be doing is raising the flag with the community and going, look, we're here, we're good people, we're working hard, we're doing the right thing. Instead, you spread hate like that and you make yourself look like a complete and utter fool.
Yeah, it's that's not how you go about it. That's just definitely not how you go about it. Kamikaze, it keeps chirping. Probably leave and come back. It keeps kicking you down, my guy. Kicking you down, down, down. Um, oh my gosh, come on! I'm trying to post all this stuff on top of the jumbotron.
Who's happy that the 100% is back?
Oh, me. There, we got two rows of emojis
I
now.
know. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh
How are
yeah,
Oh
chicken
yeah.
yeah,
fingers?
yeah.
I'm
The
loving
thumbs
that. I'm
down.
loving that.
Yep, thumbs down is
It's
where it's at.
hundred bands busting out the rapper.
It's
Hey
Yep.
guys, Lemmy, Too Cold, Kamikaze and everyone. Is everyone doing fine?
Hey, Wolf.
Wolf of God, what's up, boy?
What up, Wolf of God?
No, not much. Was just waiting for the space to start. Just had some food. And you guys?
Yeah, just kicking it, trying to get this thing started and get everybody up in here. I'm a little bit late, so the pregame didn't start usual. So it's probably gonna be a second before we get some folks piling up in here.
How's your GIF images been going? How your pixel images been going, Wolf of God?
Yeah, I have been trying some with my dog and other things, but I haven't really made a collection yet. But I will do it once I have time. How did you do it? Because when I make it when I just make pixel with it, it's the like the natural colors. But is it possible to make it more cartoon-ish? Is that what you have done?
Yeah, that's my goal. Like, just play around with it because it's gonna give you like a certain, like it's gonna give you like a certain density with the blocks, and then what you do is you don't have to be exact with the colors. Just use your creative and artistic mind from there. Just let it flow. Just play around with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't got to be perfect. It's free. You able to make as much as you want. So just play with it, and you'll get there. You know what I'm saying? Me, I have experience on like Photoshop and Adobe and stuff like that. So I guess I just use that to my advantage, like playing with the colors and all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely have to do it. I think I will spend set up some time this weekend maybe because I have been reading too much last week. So yeah, I will check it out. And till next base, I will have made some of it. Some.
Yeah, for sure. No rush, bro. No rush. Just play with it, and you should get right.
Yeah, because it looks like you can do cool art with it. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember how many pixels you used for that picture?
Uh,
I think I
for
used 96 or something.
for this particular one, nah, man. Shit. Let me see if I can go into the art and see if I can look at the properties or something like that and see if it'll show me. But I honestly don't remember. I just was like, but I think like I had a lot of blocks. I had a lot of pixel blocks to use. I gave myself a lot to use on that one, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I will definitely check it more out because it looks like you can do a lot of cool things with it.
Yeah, bro. And then also some of them do it by itself too. It just like you can you can set it up to where it does it on its own and then you don't even touch it. But some of them I just touch it because to make it look like somebody did some work on it.
What up, everyone? Happy Thursday. What up, Too Cold?
What up? What up? What up? Whoever that is, whoever's speaking, who was that? There's some feedback.
OC. Oh, shit. What's good, OC?
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Oh, you was trying to use a voice changer.
Nah, I
It
had
sounded
some.
like he was on a vibration plate.
I got some free headphones, and I mean they were free for a reason.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, it was hella static, and your voice, it didn't sound. That's why I didn't know who it was because I wasn't in the room trying to look.
Where were you last night? We were having some funny ass conversations.
Oh, you know what? I was so tired. I've been so stressed out. I was up for a minute, and then I don't even know what time I laid down, and then I fucking passed out. Because I think, yeah, I hadn't been asleep for like 24 hours before that, so I passed out. My bad.
No, you're good. It's just we had some funny conversations. I don't know if you heard the
What?
conversation about Pringling.
Oh nope, I was out. I was done by that time. What time did you get out of there?
I was gonna end it at 1, but then a few people showed up, and then I did like a vote and pushed it over to 2 o'clock, 2 in the morning. And then hard deadline, hard deadline.
Well, just so y'all know, Jakes is in the building. He says he's in the gym. He says, "What's up, everybody?" He can't chop it up because he's getting his winter body ready.
Nah,
But
fuck
he
that.
here.
Nah, fuck that. I'm in the gym. I'm in the gym too. I'm in the gym too doing push-ups right now. So nah, I don't want to hear that shit.
Y'all wasn't in the
Abusive
gym
Jakes.
shooting with me. Okay, everybody, who is this Mighty? Oh, Mighty. Mighty is new to the gym, but I will say this: everybody wasn't in the gym. You know what I'm saying? The new people that come in here wasn't in the gym shooting with me, like the group we got here now. Y'all been in the gym with me, but everybody else wasn't in the gym shooting with me. Nah, I was playing. All
Why
right,
on
here
earth
we.
would you want to go to the gym?
Yeah,
Getting all hot and
that
sweaty.
that's that goofy shit. But
Nah. Tell Jakes I'm doing push-ups right now, watching the Hawks. So he be watching the Knicks and he working out. He need to be in this shit too. What you talking about?
all right, here we go. Here we go, guys. It's 11:15. We got enough people to get this thing lightweight started. So y'all know how we do, right? It's Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. We got our guys Lemmy and Kamikaze in the house. Let's get a quick what up from these guys, right? We're gonna roll into the theme song, and while we're doing all this for the next 5 minutes or so, if you guys haven't already, please take the time to retweet the room out. Let everybody know that we are getting the Wake and Bake vibe started, and we're about to, get into these good old conversations that Kamikaze and Lemmy put the focus on. So, what up, Kamikaze, coming all the way in from South Africa? What's going on over there, my guy?
First of all, mic check 1 2 1 2.
Oh, I like it
Oh,
today. You sound good. You sound sexy today, bro.
hey, what's good, everybody? Hope everyone's good on their sides of the world, different sides of the world. You know, it's your boy Kamikaze tuning in, clocking in. I hope everyone's good. What's up, Lemmy? What's up, Too Cold?
What up, what up, what up? We good, we good. What's going on with you, Lemmy? What up, my guy? What's going on all the way in the A?
Whoa. I'm here. Like I said, I'm over here busting these wall push-ups. You know, ain't no excuses for nobody not being in space right now, Jakes. But nah. I'm looking at the game, you know, chopping it up with you guys, ready to talk about our discussion, get the song of the week rolling, you know, chopping it up with the people, you dig? Shout out to everybody.
Yeah. That's how we do what we does when we do what we do. So before we get any further, let's go on ahead and run this the intro song for the Wake and Bake vibes. Again, if you guys haven't already, while we got the song playing to get this thing going and kicked off right and set the mood for these Wake and Bake vibes, go ahead, retweet the room out and let everybody know that we getting it in. So here we go with the Wake and Bake theme song. Triangular traps.
Little farmer, a big farmer. Play on words, gotta stay conscious. Gas, organic ganja. Wake and bake to go kamikaze.
What's up? It's the Wake and Bake. Too Cold and Gorilla J. Let me and Kamikaze bringing the vibes. So pull up, cause we live.
Yeah, an OG, smoking OG, good. I crush it down, break it up, roll it and smoke it slowly. The organic grown trees, a puff of that good weed could put you on a vibe that can make for good stories. Go ahead and proceed to pass the joint and don't forget to play some music. It will stimulate the mind once you get into it. We can talk about it if you're into it. That's on me, let me into called Get Into It. We all about the music, we all about the movement, creating a new movement. All about the vibes and there's nothing to it. Legendary status is where we at. Where music is therapy, so just relax. Triple dose of the music facts. No side effects, you know where it's at.
Little farmer, a big farmer. Play on words, gotta stay conscious. Gag gas or organic ganja. Wake and bake, Tuco kamikaze. Little farmer, a big farmer. Play on words, gotta stay conscious. Gas or organic ganja. Wake and bake, Tuco kamikaze. We the ball like Pearl Harbor, Coach Carter. Crypto Jace, X-rated, we grind harder. In the clips, Lil Wayne and Dre. Xrp a reject, they can't relate. Family matters, they used to call me Steve Urkel with my suspenders on and my bug tee. Sober knew the shawty and I was bug weed. Blood type diet, guess I'm a little farmer. Big farmer, still killing off the masses. Wake and bake, every episode a classic. I prefer real body over a plastic. Sonar Muse, we been triangular trapping. Little farmer, a big farmer. Play on words, gotta stay conscious. Gas or organic ganja. Wake and bake, Tuco kamikaze. Little farmer, a big farmer. Play on words, gotta stay conscious. Gas or organic ganja. Wake and bake, Tuco kamikaze.
Hey, so that is how we get these things rolling. Kamikaze done got kicked off. He rug, but he's coming right back, right back. So we got our guys, you know how they do. They pick a focused topic where we start, and it may not be where we end, but at least we have a starting point of where we take these conversations, what we get into, and then they lead into other great conversations and topics, right? So Kamikaze, Lemmy, what we getting into today, my guys?
Okay. So today's topic is when you this is to the artist first of all. When you get your first big, big check, big bag, um, what investments would you make? And then for the audience, for your favorite artists, if they ever had got their first big paycheck, what advice would you give them to, when they're spending that? Um, so what for me, I'll just start. For me, as an artist, I would of course start on improving my marketing skills, and then also improving, my gear. I'll get more gear that would help me level up. But the marketing aspect, I would get a team that would probably help me out with most of the heavy duty work that I can't really get to as much anymore. So I can just level my career rather than, moving in a different direction. I feel like what most artists do is they try to, you know level up in a way of like getting all these fancy things first instead of thinking of their careers. Yeah, that's so what I would do. Yes, of course I would just focus on getting better, on becoming a better musician overall. So probably even get someone to mentor me at the same time, just for a while. um get better equipment, of course. um and yeah, I'll definitely work on my marketing and getting a better campaign for my music. So what would you do, Lemmy?
Um, if I got my big bag today at 2:24 p.m. East Coast time, my big bag just came in the form of crypto or cash. I would it's also depending on how much I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? So if it's like $1 million advance, if it's in the millions, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying? I'm paying off debt.
Okay,
Go ahead.
before you continue, sorry. Let me break down something because you just brought a big thing right there. How much? So how much would you be getting, right? So I saw some statistics. Let me just find them here. So they do mention that an advance starts from 50K. You can get like an advance of 50K. It starts from anywhere from 50K till 2 million. But from the IFPI, right? A record label typically invests from anywhere between 500K to 2 million in newly signed artists. So with that, I'll break that down. So the funds can be allocated from an advance of 50,000 to 350,000. A recording deal, which is from 150 to 500,000. Then video production from 50,000 to 300,000. And then you could get tour support, which is 50,000 to $150,000, and then marketing and promotion, which is 200,000 to $700,000. So you pick which one you would get. Like let's go with the advance, which was probably from 50,000 to 350,000.
Uh, I guess how much? What is the 50,000 including of? Because it just depends on like what I want to go based off what I would actually need. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm agreeing to. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. So with an advance, of course, like there is some rules on what you need to do. Um, so they might just give you a lowered advance. So it could be like from 50,000, and then they might just give you something to just start off with that money. You can just do something with regards to your music and not too much with that advance, just to
Okay,
up your.
so is it
Mhm.
my bad kamikaze is this is this like a record deal?
Yeah, this is the types of payouts they give, to
Okay.
artists. So it's an investment. So how much they would invest in an artist.
Okay, got you. I'll just go with the lowest one then. I'll go with 50K. If I was to get that at this current moment, get 50K, I would
Mhm.
invest in getting my studio, just getting upgrading my studio equipment, and
Mhm.
just strengthening everything that I got around me basically, because
Yeah.
I think the marketing will play well, and then whatever else I have left, I'll try to just pay off some immediate debt, and then put the rest into like cryptocurrency.
Yeah, crypto is one of the best investments. So if they had to give you something a high amount, what else would you do? Like let's say they give you, yeah, the 350,000 advance.
Shit, I'm gonna pay off. The money that they use to get ice and shit. Like all these rappers that we be seeing getting ice and getting cars and going to this goddamn mall and shit. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna pay off my house. I'm gonna pay off all my. I'm gonna pay off all my outstanding debt. Like get that shit out the way, and then I would invest in my studio, upgrading my equipment, um, marketing. Yeah, I guess I would get into marketing as well. I guess I'll put that into marketing, and then I would invest in cryptocurrency after that. So yeah, if I had the big money, that was the only gap, the void that I wanted to fill, like taking care of all my debt, like paying off all my debts, and and
Yeah,
and
that's
paying off my house and
mhm.
shit. My bad.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I would do too. I would want to, pay off everything that's quite tiresome to pay off, like, yeah, of course, my debts and everything. But yeah, the most important for me is yeah, just upgrading what I have, and then improving where I need to improve, the and get what I need to get, because like I would want to practice and learn how to use instruments, and you know get better at playing instruments, and making more live music, rather than making a computerized. OC, since you're up here, what would you do if you got like a big check
Let me, hey
from a
Kamikaze, let
record
me add
label?
one more thing. I'm gonna add one more thing
All
before
right.
OC go. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
also would start my clothing line back up. I would definitely get back into making my clothes, like putting a face on my, because all these rappers, they go
Yeah.
get the Gucci, they go get the Louis, huh?
Mhm. I was
Yeah, they
saying
go get the
improving your.
Gucci. Oh my bad, my bad. Go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was saying you planning on improving your brand as a whole.
Yes, 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 yes. That's it.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I can touch on it. I was actually thinking about it while you guys were speaking. If I were to get a decent payout, first thing I do is probably cry. Um, then I'll probably take out my family to a nice dinner. Celebrate the occasion. Mom, we made it. Shit like that. And then I would really have to sit down and think about it, right? Because I really don't think I'd change my style. Go buying clothes, jewelry, cars. I don't really think that'd be me. I would probably would set a small percentage aside for crypto. Yeah, that's just an addiction. But I'm pretty much with you guys.
Go to
Most definitely.
rehab.
What happened?
Go to rehab for your addiction problem.
I'll probably open up a rehab center. Shit. um, but what else? Yeah, I would definitely buy hardware. I need some cameras, some mics. I got some dream mics. Over $1,000. I would want to have in my studio to provide to artists. Give them the diversity of equipment. Really test out what equipment is best for that type of vibe that they're trying to go with. There's the mics. I have some dream mics I want to buy. But I think that the biggest thing that I would probably do, besides growing the brand and investing in OC Lost Start, would be hire a content creator. With to be able to market on social media, Instagram, just getting the images, the videos, getting that high quality production that is really necessary to really set yourself apart. So I think ultimately that would probably be the biggest gain I would get from a payout, is to be able to literally be able to hire, not have them as a partner technically, or like, hey, I can't pay you type of shit, but like, hey, you're working for OC Last Star, this is your position, this is what you do, and here I'm able to pay you. So that's probably the first thing I do, or the second thing after celebrating with the fam.
All right, all right. Is this only for artists? But we had somebody, I don't know if he could get up here or not. I was just responding to his thing in the chat box. Michael down
Yeah.
here. He said he would upgrade studio equipment. And
Yeah.
then oh, okay, go ahead.
Uh-huh. No, I was just saying, that's Hyper Focus, one of the Sona Muse artists. He did come
Oh,
up
okay.
here. Yeah. Yeah, I did see what he said. I think equipment is one of those important aspects for an artist, or important components to an artist's career in
Well,
advancing,
yeah,
upgrading what you have, for
it has
sure.
to be. For my
Mm.
personal, I'm not an artist, but I would think that that would be the right thing to do, right? Is to invest in things that it will help you improve your craft, right? Um, that's just from the outside looking in, and not just in the music industry, just anything, right? But Jake said, Jake said to Lemmy that you better give the wifey 10 bands off top though, and then I said to Jake's 10 bands, like that's just like a few tanks of gas these days, right? Like what is 10 bands gonna get anybody?
Me casa su casa, homie. We got money. We get money.
But now is this question only towards artists? Because I think I can answer. So what is the allocation again? Go ahead,
Yeah,
OC or
so
whoever.
The
Go
question,
ahead.
the question is for everybody too, Cole. If you're an artist, what would you do?
Okay, and then
You could look at yourself as an artist too,
yeah.
and then if you're a fan,
So how much is the allocation again?
shit, just go 350, no higher than 350K.
350K. So with
Yeah, no higher.
350K, if I was to get that in an advancement, um, to build it, majority of that would go towards everything that I'm building. Well, okay, first so probably if I have to pay taxes, I'm gonna take care of that. Then I'm going to take care of my debt. So now whatever is remaining, now I will spend money to make money, right? I'm not an artist in any sense of the word, musically, graphic designer wise, like whatever. So what I have going on here, as far as the two code space calls and everything that I do here, I would put more into this. I'm a good finger pointer. I have I have the $1 million ideas and I know how I want them executed. And even just doing these space calls right now, there's a lot of shit that I wish I could hand off to somebody else to do, right? Like up you maintain the YouTube channel, right? And probably do put visuals to the audio that we upload, right? Make these quick little videos of go into the projects who come to the space call, make quick videos, go to their Twitter page, scan their website, like just basically what these YouTube content creators already do. I would have somebody on the two code team do that and but just focus on the projects that are that. So after I post the call, then I would have the video made and have them put a visual to the audio. I wouldn't even require them or ask them to go listen to everything they say, but just do your basic research. These are the highlights of the cookout, and make a visual connection to the audio, right? And then yeah, I would get a lot of things fucking rocking and rolling and hire all the right people to do all the things that I want to bring to life. That's what I would do with it. And then I'd let and then if there was more left over, yeah, I'd invest some. Uh yeah, I'd invest it under the company name, and either I would start being a trader, right? Or I would hire somebody on the team to be a trader and take that trading stack and build that up. But yeah, that's how I would play it.
okay, so
So
since you went to that aspect, sorry, OC. Um, I wanted to ask you, as a listener of music, like your favorite artist, let's say they get their first big paycheck. Of course, your favorite artist is already probably well known or something, but what would you do differently for them when they get their first big paycheck? How would you spend it for them, or tell them what to do and how to invest it?
Oh, what would I suggest to my favorite artist? So that would be Nas. At this point, I don't think there's anything that I could suggest to Nas, because I think he already does all the right things. He invests into stocks, he invests into crypto.
Mm-hmm.
He has, a clothing brand. He has food chains, and he has his own label and doing stuff like so. At this point, I'm pretty sure he has property. So
Yeah,
I don't,
but what if
my
he
favorite artist he's not a young dumb full of cum type of flossing motherfucker like that. So I don't have to worry about that.
yeah, but what if he was
that was
starting
funny.
off again?
So what if he was starting off? Okay, so when
Yeah.
he first came into the game, right? Because he did some, he was young and dumb and full of cum, right? And flossing and this and that, and he had the big old chains and whatever, right? Back in the '90s. So if he was to re-enter, yeah, I would tell him to. Oh, well, no, Nas knows about NFTs too because he did an NFT project as well. So yeah, if he was to re-enter the game today and didn't know anything about what's going on, I would suggest to him looking into musical NFTs as well as obviously Sonar Muse and other platforms that are on Web3 that are possibly on other blockchains doing the same thing because Sonar Muse isn't isn't the only platform out here in the entire blockchain doing it, right? So there's other blockchains that are probably doing the same concept. So I would tell him to find those type of streaming platforms while also maintaining the Web2 presence, right? And then just focusing on how he can bring the two worlds together. The old school who want to just stream on Apple and Spotify and YouTube, and then I would suggest that he also find a way to entice the audience that is into Web3 and wants those type of special features that come with an NFT or having a little bit more intimate connection with him as an artist, right? With special releases for NFT holders or exclusive releases or get it released like a month or a week or two or whatever or special merch or VIP passes if you hold this NFT whatever. I would entice him to look into that type of play. Those type of plays.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a good aspect. I didn't think of like how an artist would move in this day and age, like an old school artist, and how teaching them to move in this digital age and Web3, how they could revamp their careers and do it for the better. Because yeah, there's a lot of opportunities now than there was before for artists. And yeah, we're gonna see that with the NFT craze. As soon as like music NFTs do start becoming way bigger than they are right now, I do see a whole lot of artists making a lot of bank. And we are seeing quite a few major artists now starting to buy out their music and start moving their music off these Web2 platforms as well. There are some artists here in South Africa that have started doing that, taking their music off major streaming platforms and starting to do more research into NFTs and into Web3. So yeah, that's a different aspect to things. Yeah, I think marketing will play an important role in Web3 more than ever. Though it was a big aspect in all timelines, but I think it's gonna play a bigger aspect and a bigger role than anything right now. But yeah,
Uh,
having a community is also important.
Yeah, because you have to have that community first. If you're entering into Web3, you as an artist or as a musical artist or even an NFT project, period, you have to have a community because the community is what's going to drive and bring. That's going to help your marketing. That's going to bring the quote unquote free advertisement is the word of mouth, right? The stronger the community, the more they're going to spread it to their people in their personal lives who may not even be interested in crypto NFTs or NFT music, right? When I say NFT music, I mean how to purchase those type of music, right? I'm not talking just like crypto songs in general. I'm talking about if an artist was to have an NFT and it was their favorite artist, like they're gonna spread this type of information, and then you add the marketing on top of it. That you have to have a community behind it. You can't just come in this space and not have no community, and then expect to be successful and for something to take off and catch wind if you have nobody driving it behind you. If you come in here, if you come in here with no community and then just drop your project, it's gonna take a while for it to move. Like because people have to, no matter how much marketing you have, from that point on, the marketing, yeah, you're gonna get your community from there, but it's still gonna take time for your community to form and build and engage with each other. That's my personal take and look on it from being involved in the Web3 space and hosting these space calls, right? We got Mr. Xbot right there who wants to jump in, I think, and then we got War Toddle too. Go ahead, Mr. Xbot. That's my boss man. In case you
Yeah,
guys didn't know, I am the ambassador for one of three XRPL projects, Xbot Club, right? There's some new info on top of the Jumbotron that they're got going on. There's an article or something, right? I haven't looked into it yet, but I seen it and I grabbed it. I put it on top of the Jumbotron, along with the other three projects that I'm ambassador for. There's info up there as well. But go ahead, boss man.
yeah, definitely appreciate that. Yeah, at least referring to the marketing aspect, just because that's where we're at now. I definitely look at it from two perspectives, at least from what I see, and especially having a project now too, and then working in other marketing things like just in my life. There's usually two types of people. There's obviously a middle ground, of course, like a gray area, but it's usually leaning one towards the other side or one towards the other side. And usually what I see is you have people who don't market at all, but they're building really good products or really good whatever they're creating. They're just builders. So if they're building, they might not have the time, or they might not be putting all their money towards specifically marketing or promotion. But what they're building behind the scenes is absolutely amazing. I use gaming for an example for this all the time because it takes years for games to build, and you may not hear for them forever. But then hopefully, usually after those years pass up, when we see that new game or that trailer, you're like, oh, this looks amazing. I can't wait. I mean, recently it hasn't been like that, but and then you have people who just market out their ass, and I'm not going to say like specific projects or anyone in particular, but you just have people, it seems like it's just pure marketing, 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 marketing. But then when you go read the white paper, you go look at the back end or anything else, there's really nothing that the team may be building. So there's kind of like two different aspects of it. And then of course the middle ground, you have the people who are marketing and building. They're splitting they're splitting their funds in between those. But that's just usually how I look at it, and how I don't even say how I look at it, but that's pretty much what I've seen being involved in multiple different NFT spaces on different blockchains and building a project and different markets other than just crypto and NFTs as well. So that's just how I view it.
Well said, well
Definitely.
said. We got War Toddle now too. Go ahead, War Toddle. Did you want to add on top of this convo? Okay, he
Yo,
might. Oh,
yo.
there he goes.
Yeah, my bad. You got me right as I was brushing my teeth.
All right, it's all good. We'll come back to you.
Yep, yep.
Who else? Oh, go ahead, Kamikaze.
No, I was gonna agree, and I do agree with Mr. Expert down there. There are definitely two different aspects and then a gray area. And I feel like I fall part of the first, the former one you mentioned, where it's all about working behind the scenes and then pushing out something, because I do believe in rather having a finished product or having something tangible to show people rather than saying something that may not really come to fruition at all. So as an artist too, I do see like that's why a lot of musicians don't talk too much about what they're releasing until like maybe the day before or maybe a couple of weeks before, and then they go do some marketing or promo for the project. That's something I've been seeing, rather than those who keep promoting something and saying they're working on it and it never comes to fruition at all. So in the music industry, it is somewhat like that. You do see that someone who does promote too much sometimes does have a bad product, and it's not really as what you expect it to be, rather than those artists who work like tirelessly behind the scenes, and then they bring out what they've been working on for years without even telling their community what they've been doing.
I'll just use Kendrick Lamar for an example. You don't hear Kendrick Lamar's dropping an album until right before he's about to drop an album. But then when it comes out, it's usually it goes number one every single time.
Where we got Triple X in here. Go ahead, Triple X. You want to add to this convo? He don't even know what we talking about.
Yeah, yeah. What we talking about?
What advice would you give your favorite artist? Like, let's say they hadn't made it big yet, and you by chance knew that they got a big check. How would you um, uh, suggest to that artist, um, or yeah, or if you were an artist yourself, what would you do with the so there's two questions at hand: your favorite artist, or you, if you came into a large lump sum of money, how would you utilize that, and how would you suggest to your favorite artists utilizing that type of lump sum? Let's
Well,
say 350,000. They said is the number.
well, you got to get a rapper starter kit. So you got to get change. You got to get jewelry. You got to get all of that shit. What I would tell people is to make sure you get it insured. That way, when you get robbed while you eating chicken or something like that, you could just take that shit off and you could go on about your
Bro,
day.
you ain't shit. You get on my nerves.
When you get it insured, though, you got to tell them you paid more for
Yeah, or just get like some
it.
fake jewelry or something.
All right. So War Title, what would you do with that type of advancement? 350,000.
um, well, so what I would do is I would so like I would put it to stake, and basically I would check out what the staking rewards are coming out to be, and if it's coming out to be like a decent amount, then I'll use those rewards to pay off my debt instead of, and then that means I'll still have the 350,000, and then the rewards are paying off the debt, and then once my debt's paid off, then I don't know, start investing it into like maybe better equipment, better, maybe a better like if there's somebody that makes music videos or you know and they do a good job, invest in a I don't know what to call them, but like video production, um, for the marketing side of things, when you see a music video that looks dope as fuck, people are gonna pay attention.
Yep. So yes. Anybody else want to add to this conversation?
I,
But
I just
yep.
had a little question to call, if I can, to Mr. Xbot, because I thought your project looks cool. I'm wondering if it only NFTs you have, or is it coins you have also?
We do have we have one token as well called Memory. But yes, Xbot is the main NFT.
Sweet. So the coin is connected to, what did you call the coin? Memory.
Yeah, it is called memory, and it'll be earned from staking Xbots as well as X drones. It'll be used in upgrades in our X drone racing game, like in-game upgrades, boost cosmetics, etc. Yeah, a few other things. I don't want to shill here, but yeah, you can check out the white paper. Everything's pretty clean, concise there. We just updated it, so you can just check it all out there.
Yeah, and we can get into it later, Wolf of God. Like I said, I'm the ambassador, so
Yeah, so sorry. Thanks,
when we get
Mr.
out,
Expert, at least.
yeah, when we get out the Wake and Bake vibes, I can put you up on game about Xbot.
Beep boop 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 beep beep.
So, do you guys actually realize that with the advance, we gotta pay that back at some point? So we also gotta, just like War Turtle was saying, he would focus on investing the money and then using the profits from the investment, I guess from staking, he would then pay it off, right? So that's one aspect we need to realize, that 350K isn't just for us to, play around with and just go on our way, because we got to pay them with interest because they see us as an investment, a potential investment.
Hey, Kamikaze. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was trying to explain to him how Michael Jackson is the greatest uh, star to ever live. Would you agree with that? I know that the whole continent of Africa fuck with Michael Jackson. Would you agree?
Yeah, bro. Like who wouldn't agree? Like he is the greatest to do it. Like the way he even, like I think the way he even thought of making beats was incredible. Like from the way he even beatboxed what he was trying to make. Like the way his drum structures were, like the way he structured his drums, like it was impeccable. Like I try to think of making drum patterns like he kind of does, but he was on another level. He thought of like making music in a different way than other people did, and he was so versatile. I think if Michael Jackson was still around, he'd probably get into a bit of that trap soul vibes, I guess, like just low key, in his own way. But yeah, he was innovative for real, for real. I would have wanted to hear what he would do in this day and age, especially with everyone being on auto tune, and he wasn't really hating on auto tune at the time. You know, he embraced a whole lot of people doing their thing compared to Prince. I guess Prince was like his polar opposite, who kind of hated everybody, using digital instruments and sampling and all of that. So yeah, shout out to Michael Jackson though.
So you picking Michael Jackson over Prince, correct?
Yeah, I would say that. I would say that they both dope though. Like
No. You
it
gotta
is
pick.
kind
No,
of
you
picky,
gotta
but yeah,
pick
they
one.
they dope. I pick Michael. I pick Michael though.
Over Prince, over the funkiest motherfucker to ever live. He played the guitar. He ran around in high heels with his booty out. You go pick Michael Jackson over Prince. Come on, Kamikaze. Come on, keep it real.
Yeah, man.
Well, there you have it there.
Well,
Nah,
there you have it there.
but with the advancement thing though, yeah, that shit tricky, bro. Cause you could
Yeah,
just
go ahead, Lemmy. Don't be
you
scared. You
could.
can say Prince. Go ahead, Lemmy.
Oh no, I fought with Mike though. Prince is hard though. Prince hard though, but Mike all day, bro. But with the advanced thing, that shit could get tricky, man. Like it could be like you could liken that shit to like the what is that, the XRPL rewards that they giving out and shit like that. Like with me for instance, if you're gonna ask it in that regard, saying that the advance got to be paid back because I didn't factor that in, I would let that shit sit there too. I would let the money sit there too because at this point in my career, to answer what Mr. to respond to what Mr. Xbox said about you got people just working behind the scenes and the come up is gradual as opposed to somebody just always putting their shit out there and don't got nothing to show for it. I'm not gonna say that I fit into that realm, but I was once that artist that showed my process. Like I was on Instagram, I was on Facebook. Every time I recorded a song, I posted it to my Instagram story. But I had something to show for it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I didn't have nothing to show for it, like his counterparts of his cohorts and shit like that. I had something to show for it, but now I'm fitting into that first category where I just put in the work, and then I got something to show for it, and then gradually over time, it's you know, my name will resonate and it will show, and I've done all of that without any type of backing, any type of money given to me. This is all me. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody wanted to give me an advance or give me something in regards to what you're saying, I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it, bro. Because if it's something that I got to get back, then that, like you said, that's where shit get tricky. You will have to do what War Turtle is saying and probably stake it to see see funds off of that. And right now, I mean, is he gonna stake it in crypto? I don't know if you could just like the stake and rewards ain't as heavy as I think it is right now. You know what I'm saying? So that will be over time. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
that's
but
how I would respond to that.
I think you got to pay taxes on staking rewards. I could be wrong though.
Shit, yeah, I know you got to pay them fees for the coin. Whatever the coin charges you, you definitely got to pay that. Especially, I see Ethereum. Ethereum hasn't let people get their shit back yet, so they gonna go crazy when they try to get their shit back. But nah, like I wanted to speak on what Mr. Xbox said because that's facts. I felt like once upon a time I was in both categories, but now I'm in category one. And then that's how I would respond to Kamikaze, saying with the advance you got to give it back because I didn't even factor that in. You do got to pay that shit back.
Yeah, so there's there's a way in which if you don't pay that advance, right, they blackball you. So you won't be able to do a whole lot of stuff. Um but that's if you do sign with that label. They'll blackball you and they'll say, nah, you can't do much. We're gonna put you on the shelf and keep you there. But you can still ask for advances to continue doing certain things as well. So like if you do not pay it back, it's not like really the end of the world. But yeah, you're gonna get deeper in debt. So like you said, I do agree with you as well. I was also that person who used to show my process of what my music process on social media, as a way to show the artists how I've been improving and how I'm growing as an artist, just so they can see the process and feel like they're part of the growth, and the process of me doing my music. So yeah, that was me at some point in my career as well, where I did do that too, like you having live streams of me making beats and doing live shows on Instagram. um yeah, all of that, even process of me making my beats on the daily, on putting it on my statuses on WhatsApp or even my stories, just to show people like, okay, this is how I made this. It is somewhat a marketing strategy, it is good, but I thought of it as a way to just show and be more intimate with my listeners, to let them see how my day in the life of production and me making music.
But isn't it a benefit to taking that advance? As far as like, what it, I mean, cause y'all different. Y'all, you already kind of got like a fan base. Y'all got people that already know who y'all are. What if nobody knows who you are? And I mean, it's a, I mean, it's getting the advance is cool too. You know, not everybody is gonna be popular enough to do it by themselves, or have the will, or have the drive to be independent. It's a lot of lazy motherfuckers out here.
To
X-rated.
to answer your question, X-rated, if somebody get that advance and somebody don't know who they are, you gotta watch them motherfuckers closely, because that's when them that occult shit come into play. Like, oh, you want to get this fame? Oh, you want this fame? All right, you want to get it back in blood? That's what that get it back in blood shit them boys be talking about mean to me. That's how I see it. Cause there's a lot of these artists, especially these young, dumb, and full of you know what that Tuco said was referring to. That
Come,
yeah, I
cum.
know, I know. I'm just, man. Kids is listening, man. When you here for last show? nah, but it's young, dumb, and full of cum artists, and a lot of them is coming out of nowhere, and it's like, damn. I'm like, damn, where he come from? Like, this nigga just came out of nowhere and just blew up. Like, and the kids love him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm like, a lot of these rappers, you don't know their story. Like, I remember when Nicki Minaj came out when I was in school, and a lot of my friends wasn't feeling her like that. Even though she could rap and shit like that, she was fire and she was a great artist. But they was like, man, I don't know her story. She just came out of nowhere. Like, what's her story? Like, we came up in an era where where you follow the artist and you get to know their story. You grow up with the artist. You become emotionally attached to an artist. You know what I'm saying? But Mr. Xbot had something to say. I didn't mean to intervene in nothing like that. Mr. Xbot, speak your piece, man. Beat boot.
No, no, you're good. I was just gonna go off something what you and Kamikaze were saying. Is like there's nothing wrong with marketing or showing your process as you're going, being an artist or whatever you may be at the time. It's just like I was saying, some people are building, and then some are doing both, and then some are just marketing and have nothing to show. But the thing is like it comes down to what I believe is just like knowing your role. It's like, oh, if you're an artist, if you make music, that's what you should solely be focusing on. It's like, oh, if you're a marketer, if you need marketing, you're going to have to get someone that's going to focus on marketing. Of course, maybe not the most professional person, it may not have to be, but at least someone that's going to be able to understand you or how to push you in that way, et cetera, et cetera. Like Too Cold does a very good job of what she does and for the people that she supports. So it's like you just got to know, people just got to know their roles and know certain things that they're going to be good at. And once that starts to happen over time, it's just like you start to realize, okay, as long as I just keep building, and I'll get someone to eventually focus on the marketing endpoint. But there's some small things that I can do, but I can't focus my full time on this because I can put it more into my craft and make it even better. So that's really pretty much all I want to say.
Yeah, I agree with that, right? 100%. When we're talking outside of the music, right? Even in the music, right? So when I say artist has to have a community being here, for me as a listener, I don't need to, or even necessarily want to see your process, right? Of how you create your music, right? I don't need that. When I say like it, you want to give your listeners, when you stepping into web 3 is more about the connection and the network. Okay, so if you really look at a lot of things that are going on in web 3, period, point blank, it's people networking and communicating with each other through metaverses, through apps, all of this type of shit, right? So again, I'll go back to Russ, right? Russ has a Discord. It's not a paid Discord. And, every now and then he'll drop on his Twitter link, in an hour, I'm going to be in Discord, pull up. And then he'll be in Discord and he'll be on voice chat whether he's just talking and letting shit off his chest and, like this conversation, right? So Lemmy, if you had your a big fan base like that and you dropped on your Twitter feed, hey, I'm gonna be in Discord in an hour, and you brought this conversation up and talked to your fan base about it, not even necessarily just about your music. So stepping into Web3 is building that type of special connection with giving your fans a more intimate experience through riding this journey with you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're a big platinum, fucking Jay-Z artist, right? If he was to step into Web3, like bring that much power into Web3, in order for his Web3 side of his shit to really succeed, he would have to be engaging with his community. And not only just like through Discord, like I was saying, like if like the NFT can be used as a meet and greet pass or something, or special exclusive merch or something, right? So perfect example is if you take, I don't know if you guys watched it, that video I sent you guys of Nipsey Hussle. That was in 2016, 17, before NFTs were called NFT. Nipsey Hussle had his store, the Marathon store, and it was the very first smart store in the world, in the entire fucking world. And if you watch that video, he explains what it meant. And it was, if you came to the store or if you bought any merch online or whatever, there's the QR codes are scannable, and the print on his merch was scannable, and there's a Marathon app. And if you scan your t-shirt, say you bought your t-shirt from the Marathon store, if you scanned your t-shirt, the fucking big ass print on the front of it, it would play exclusive content. Now we all know Nip had hella music that he never released because he was an underground artist, right? So he had hella shit that's never been heard before. And the people who bought that merch were privileged to get access to that. And then if you were to go into the store, you could do that on any of the merch within his store and see what would pop up. And then he said he would bring it out like this. For people who had the merch and had the app, maybe he's going to push out a new album. And now he sends out a message through the app. Go scan your QR code or your merch or whatever, pull it out the dirty clothes, scan it, and for you guys have access to an exclusive drop. I'm dropping this album publicly next week, but you guys get exclusive listens first for a whole week before everybody else. So that's what I mean by like building your community and packaging shit as an artist to incentivize and make it more intimate for your community. Because if we just buy NFTs for your music like we would on Web2, what's so special about that, right? And it's not that you have to give us hella more music for free, but a more intimate relationship on this journey with you compared to when artists release just everything for the public. You get what I'm saying? That's what I meant by that. But I really suggest that you guys look at that fucking Marathon, that video that I sent y'all if y'all haven't already.
I already did.
It's very inspiring and inspirational and motivational.
I already did too, Code. I listened to my assignment. I already did.
Did you check it out, Lemmy or Kamikaze?
No. Motherfucker,
we talked about it. We talked about it too, Code.
Oh, I forget.
Yeah.
Yo, X, if you saw it, then you supposed to link up with him at Starbucks.
Oh yeah, like oh boy. Yeah, hey, Hey, old boy was clout chasing. Somebody told him like, Nipsey Hussle come to this Starbucks. He was like, for real? He's like, yeah, he come every Tuesday. He's like, all right, I'm gonna get my laptop. I'm gonna act like I don't see him when he come through, and I'm gonna be doing my little shit. Yeah, motherfucker was clout chasing.
Yeah, that's what you got to do next.
Oh my god, y'all is hilarious. All right, where we going to next? What we still on this? Where we going
Gorilla
to
J's
next?
gonna meet Jim Jones. Gorilla J's gonna meet Jim Jones in the weight room. Doing pull ups and shit.
Jones work out in Harlem. No, he work out in Jersey.
Sold
All right,
out.
my bad. You gonna meet what's my boy name? What's my boy name from Brooklyn?
Roo. Hey, did y'all know that Jake's he told us this the other day. He told me and X this at the pool party on on Saturday night. He works out in Timberlands with long socks and basketball shorts while he's running on the treadmill.
Real New York.
Shit, that was funny as fuck.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. I was fucking crying laughing.
You know damn well X came up with that shit.
All right, where we headed to next? Kamikaze, where's the convo next? Or anybody else jumping in on that topic? Come on, let us. Or Jake, let us hear it. Let us hear your side of things, Jake.
He was side of what?
So if you got an advancement of 350,000, or if your favorite artist got an advancement of 350,000, how would you use it personally? And then how would you advise your favorite artist to
I
use
buy
it?
my mama
Like,
a Jag. I buy my. No, let me stop.
This motherfucker about to go in dead quick.
but remember, like Kamikaze said, you have to pay the advancement back.
Honestly, I tell him keep it.
Y'all lying. Who the fuck feel like doing all of that work by yourself, man? You need somebody backing you. Y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna be on the radio. I'm telling you that much. Y'all better put that dress on and stop fucking around.
Nah, I tell him keep it, man. I wouldn't miss it if I never had it.
Okay, well, seems like I'm gonna be the only person on the radio.
Yeah, I know you like to I know you love for somebody to pull your strings.
Hey, just make my price right. That's all I'm asking for. Shit, you want me to be doing all of these weird shit at these mansion parties? Just compensate me. That's it.
You finna be spirit cooking, my boy?
Damn, I can't believe y'all motherfuckers picked Michael Jackson over Prince. I'm disgusted.
I told you they would.
Somebody told Kamikaze. Who told
Nah,
him? Too Cold told his ass. I know it's Too Cold or Jake
No,
told
I did
Kamikaze.
not tell Kamikaze nothing. Kamikaze, have I talked to you all week, bro?
Did he just run up
Nah.
and decide to
What
go?
are we talking about here?
He because we had this convo. We had this. Oh, it was at the pool party Saturday night, and he said he was gonna ask you this specific question. So he thinks that I told you ahead of time.
and we all knew you was gonna.
Nah.
You knew you was gonna go with MJ.
Yeah, like of course everybody loves Michael Jackson. Though Prince is pretty dope, but he's not Michael Jackson, you know, like
He
Michael
ain't
Yeah, he
Jackson
Mike.
better. He better.
Michael Jackson's Michael Jackson, you know, and Prince is Prince. Like they basically in two different categories, but you know,
That's what
they
I
kind of
said.
you know, like you can't really compare the two. They both the best at what they do. But yeah, Prince is pretty dope though. Shout out to Prince.
Shout out to Prince. Don't be trying to be Prince friend now. You pick Michael Jackson over him.
This guy. He always want to start a fucking gang war with some shit. Uh,
That's just like a LA person. They always want to pick sides.
yep. You see how him and OC be doing shit? OC be doing that same shit too in his own OC way, his own Orange County way.
Gangland. These them gangland ass motherfuckers. San Andreas niggas, man.
He straight up, yo, you gotta pick a side.
All right, where we headed into next? Are
Nah,
we
nah.
what?
I wanted to
We
make a
getting
comment.
quiet.
I wanted to make a comment on the topic. Like, if I had to if I had to give advice to a young dumb rapper or a young rapper in the game right now, I would tell him to do with that money is buy back his whole catalog. That's his way of giving that shit back. Well, sell his shit, and go indie and run their own shit. That's what I wanted to say.
What I
So,
would tell a
Yeah,
young rapper is get a feature with Drake and Lil Wayne.
you enslaving that child, boy.
that's the best way to make money quick. For
Yeah,
real though.
you get Drake and Lil Wayne on the track, you good.
But yeah, it's crazy. You know what? The whole point, like this is a quote from the he's a president of Universal Republic Records, right? So he said their job, this is a quote. He just says, "Our job is to make you famous." So they that's all they want to do, and then they just reap the rewards from doing all of that. So marketing overall seems like it's the most biggest aspect to this. And when you guys were mentioning well, when Tuco mentioned that, yeah, you're not really interested in seeing the, you know, behind the scenes of what an artist does, right? I I feel like, yeah, maybe that may be true for some people, right? But in this age, since we're going into like the NFT aspect, I think those kind of things can now be put into the NFTs for those who buy, yeah, you know, the NFT rather than just the digital work or something like that. They can just add these special features or additional content to the NFT that they can get, like, yeah, the behind the scenes now rather than just sharing it with everybody.
Oh, one
So
100%. That like that
yeah,
type of thing can be used as special perks of being an NFT holder for sure, right? But for me, like necessarily like just seeing it like say before we step into um web 3, right, where we're just still stuck in web 2 where it's Instagram and fucking Facebook and all that type of shit. I don't necessarily need a walkthrough of that. Maybe because we're in web 2 and it's all about the flossing and this and that. maybe I don't Maybe I want to see a little bit, but maybe I want to see you just like hanging out in the studio or doing whatever. But like the whole process of making it, mm, like, yeah, that's some shit that you can utilize in web 3 to bring more exclusive content to your community. That's for sure.
Yo, Lemmy, and to further prove my point about that feature, you got homie that made that song with Drake, the one hit wonder, going up on a Tuesday.
He
but
really
I
did.
think Drake
He really didn't
blackballed
have to
him.
do that shit. He really didn't have to do that shit though, bro. Cause all right. So it goes back to what Mr. Xbox was saying. That song, when that shit dropped in Atlanta, bro, everybody knew that shit. Like, I hear what Kamikaze saying. This nigga Drake is a culture vulture, bro. that's where the culture vulture conversations came in, because he swooped in on that nigga shit, and he showed him a bag. He showed, like, that's what I'm saying. These young dudes, they all got their ulterior motive. They showed the young nigga the bag, and he went for it. You know what I'm saying? But his song was already hot. He was already hot on his own, and the song was
Yeah,
already fire. He didn't need
yeah.
Drake.
Then Drake put it over the top. That was part. That was a phrase in the culture.
Bruh, he didn't need that. You know that. He didn't need Drake. If he kept grinding and he did what Trinidad James did, because Trinidad, look, man, Atlanta is a hot spot for this type of situation, bro. You got Trinidad James as well. All gold, everything. He Trinidad James dropped that shit as well. And niggas was like, oh shit, like, this is fire. You know what I'm saying? I actually know Trinidad James person. I actually know him. Like, we used to play basketball against each other and shit like that. That's a whole nother story. They showed him a bag. They showed Trinidad James a bag. And he was like, oh shit, I ain't never seen this much money before. They gave him an advance. And he took it. He didn't put nobody on the he did do a remix. He did do a remix with a whole bunch of people. But he didn't need to do that shit either. Then Bruno Mars and all of them was like all 24. What is that shit? You know they had to pay him for that. Whatever that shit is called, 24 karat magic, whatever. I forgot the name of that shit. Nigga, that was Trinidad James who started that. So it's a lot of people who you never know what's going on behind the scenes. That's what I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. They probably swooped in on him, or it might have been damn, I can't even think right now. It might have been agreed amongst both parties, or Drake party might have came to him like, oh, yo, let us get on this. We'll show you a bag, and it's like walking your trap, take over your trap type of situation.
But
Isla McConan might have not necessarily needed him.
But he did though, bro, because like you said, in Atlanta it was popping. That shit wasn't popping up here.
Because it didn't get up there. It only got up there because of Drake.
You need that,
bro. You don't need that, dog. If you on your grind and you going from city to city and you taking the hard way instead of a shortcut, then you can make it up there on your own. Like, that means to say that New York niggas don't got a mind of their own. Drake got to come in there and show y'all some shit for shit to pop. If that nigga coming around on some underground shit and he's grinding and he's doing his thing, and that nigga going from state to state, grinding, getting it out the mud, and y'all see that nigga for who he is, then y'all gonna fuck with him. But if Drake gotta come up there and show y'all the way, then that means niggas ain't got a mind of their own. Niggas just gonna do what Drake say.
I hear you. That's that. So what you saying is he took the fast track. I got you.
Yeah. So there's another song. All right, there's another song that started down here in Atlanta. It's called Hardaway by Derez Deshawn. He said, I ain't have to ask nobody for nothing. I took the hard way. And he got DJ Envy and all of them niggas in the video. Like Charlamagne, he was bucking on Charlamagne, but he was like, yo, I'm not asking nobody for shit. I'm going to take the hard way. So it's like, you got niggas that's going to take the easy route, and then you got niggas that's going to take the hard way. You know what I'm saying? So you got to like really factor those things in. See, with Drake done came out here. He did that shit with that Memphis dude. See, with Drake, I get kind of turned up, passionate about it, because I seen what he's done. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a great artist, but just as much as them artists need him, he need those artists too. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. This
like
stay relevant. I got you.
Yes.
So, what I can add to the I Love McConan situation is that Drake actually signed him at that point. And then I don't know what was going on, but it seemed like I Love McConan wasn't dropping any new music, so he ended up having to leave. But right now, there's an artist that Drake signed, and funny enough, Gorilla Jake said something, and that's the title of the song, Over the Top. He has a song with an artist named Smiley called Over the Top, and that's one of Smiley's biggest tracks because Drake is on it. But yeah, I do see that Drake does make people, but then sometimes after that, their careers don't really start pop off at all. They
Nah,
probably just
I
stay
get,
stagnant,
yeah, I see that. I
you
see that.
know. So it's only like a one big hit, and then after that, their career doesn't really pop off like that. It's very rare to have that happen with Drake in that regard. Like some of his artists on his roster, the artists on his roster are big. They're not dropping, or they probably not as big as Drake could have been. That's why maybe The Weeknd left and he didn't even want to sign to OVO, because he probably saw that like he would be under Drake's wing and not really be his own star. So it is like that. And then shout out to Mac Miller. He has a line in a song where he says, "I did it all without a Drake feature." So he knew that, yo, he made it. And this was when, like, I think in 2014 or something, on his project Faces. And he does say that like he did it all without a Drake feature, because at that time everybody was making a song with Drake, from the Migos remixing the Versace with Drake, like um a lot of people were starting to jump on Drake and see that, okay, having a song with Drake does put me on and make me big. So I do see it, but it is a risk. If you want a long career, you shouldn't start off that way.
All
So
right.
I agree with Lemmy.
So man, we can go into a Drake bag real quick, because see, Drake did that shit with Future. Like, him and Future was really mad at Drake in the beginning, because Future had a song called Tony Montana. And like I said, these niggas been grinding in Atlanta for a long time. Like, niggas knew who Future was in '06, '07. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just hopping on the Future catalog right now. And he came out with a song called Tony Montana, and the streets loved it because, like, niggas was getting it out of the mud, been getting it out of the mud. But I guess I don't know what's going on with these labels, where, these labels are cool, and I can get into a whole nother thing with the whole Jewish shit, because that's what Drake is. and and how Drake gotta be gotta come down that pipeline just as much as those artists need him. Drake need them. Drake hopped on the Tony Montana remix, and I think something happened where they was trying to take the rights of it or some shit like that, and Future was pissed off, but Future played it right. He played it right. He didn't show his hand in the tabloids or nothing like that. And they ended up being cool. They worked out some shit behind closed doors. Migos, the same thing. I remember when the Migos came out in 2009, they had a song called Trapping Out the Bando. Like, they made the bando the word that it is now. And they could have went from city to city, but it's like, all right, they signed with their label. Drake is in the fray. Let's get him on Versace. Let's build them up. It's count like these artists, even though Matt Miller is dope, I feel like these artists already made it without the Drake feature. Like, that shit was just for the world to see. These artists down here, they was already on. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my eyes, they already made it without the Drake feature in a lot of people's eyes. It's just, we gotta get this Drake feature now just to show ourselves to the world. But we already popping, we already going hard in the city. But now it's just like Drake hard. He got that crossover appeal. We trying to get that shit too, because at the end of the day, Migos is three people. That shit got to get split three ways. Then you got to break that shit down with your label. Then Future, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think I don't mean to interrupt, but I think you said the key word right there, right? Is they already popping in a city. That's only gonna take you so far. Like, that's how far is
When
that
I
gonna take you?
when I say city though, it's bigger than that. They got the whole South on lock. The shit, like, the game has really changed, bro. Like, they're already known to the nation. They're already known to the nation, but it's like their label now. Like I said, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with the label. It's like, all right, let's get this Drake feature. Let's just take it up another level, because they're already known. They're like I'm just saying city because they got the city on lock, but they're known all across the nation. Even before Drake came into play, they was known. Now it's just like being patient. I guess it's like I said, I don't know what's going on, what's their ulterior motive, what they want out of the game, but they want more. So it's like, all right, let's go Drake now, because we're trapping out the bando that went nationwide. A lot of their shit went nationwide. They got hits on hits, but you got to split that shit 3 ways. So now you got to go get the Drake bag, especially with Migos and Future and all of them. Like X-Rated said, them niggas might not want to do the work.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
Shout out to Lemmy for that passionate dissertation.
Yeah, shout out to him. I'd have a question. So we speak on Drake and having a hit song with artists having hit songs, right? What one song of yours would you allow him to jump on? Hypothetically, I know you wouldn't want it, but like, which song of yours would you have him on and push, you know, to a newer level?
Shmita, the one that I ain't dropped yet.
You stupid, bro. What the heck, bro? Damn. Okay. Yeah. It is fire. Actually, I think. But do you think he's ready for that though?
Yeah, he ready for it. He just dropped the
I
album on
bet.
that. He just dropped the album on that whole vibe. So why wouldn't he be ready for it?
I bet. Yeah, but like we talking about something completely different, you know. So he would probably come on that real heavy shit. I'm guessing, you know, but not really deep into crypto though, I guess, and what we were talking about.
Nah, Drake know about crypto. That nigga was over there betting Bitcoin on touchdowns in the Super Bowl. That nigga know about crypto. But
Yeah, but
nah.
do you
But to
think
answer
he's
your
gonna
question,
spill the beans on what we were talking about, like the financial crisis? You think he would ever speak on that?
shit. All right, ask your question again, because I'm just answering it from a point of view like that's the song that I would let him get on. But if he had a choice, like what would he
Yeah.
choose?
Okay, nah, I'm okay. I was asking what song of yours, like that one song you'd want to push. And yeah, Shmito would be one of those tracks, no cap. But for me, I think one song that would be dope would probably be Crush Diamond Hands, or even what's the other one that we made?
Digital Dash.
Even the Digital Dash one, that would be something I think he would be down to do, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But just I'm on that Shmita shit right now. Drake talk about real shit. You ever seen his Grammy speech? Did you see his Grammy speech when they cut him off? He was like talking. He was talking to artists out there, like trying to give a deep speech and shit like that, and they cut him off at the Grammys. I forgot what it was about, but I was like, oh shit! Like, look at Drake breaking the rules, and I just thought it was interesting. They tried to cut it off. I think he'll be ready for Shmita though. I think he could talk about it from his point of view, being that that's his people. You know what I'm saying? And I think I don't even think it would be a challenge for him because, like I said, he's a student of the game. At the end of the day, he's a student of the game. He's great at what he does, but I just think that he's a culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, especially a lot of artists in the South, you know what I'm saying? He just as much as they needed him, he needed them. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it. He's still good at what he does.
Yeah, yeah, he is. Yeah. So too cold. Even Gorilla Jakes, what song or which artist do you think would be best suited for a Lemmy track? You know, which big artist do you see like being a good complementary artist with Lemmy on a song?
Wayne.
Um, I don't know. I think I could see. I don't know who, but I think I could see somebody on Tuco Coin because of the vibe that and the beat that's on Tuco Coin. I don't know who I can see on it right now. I would have to think about that.
Yo, that makes me think of maybe even like a 21 Savage or even a Thugger on that track. I think Thugger would be dope on the Two Cold Coin.
Hell yeah.
If I could really have it my way, it would be now.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I do see. Yo, that would be crazy. Even seeing like even hearing Nas on like that kind of on that vibe. But though I do know he's been working with Hit Boy, and yeah, the vibes with Hit Boy are really fire though. They're really dope. I really
Well,
fuck with Hit
let
Boy
me
as a
make
producer. Yeah.
Hey, Kamikaze, or let me, since you guys are smokers, do you guys used to eat hash or pot sometimes? It kicks insanely. I ate too much right for the space today.
Hey, so so nah. I've taken space muffins, but I don't like have I've never tried hash in in, in like edibles at all. So yeah, that would be a first. But nah, I haven't really dabbled in that realm too much. But I have tried space muffins for sure. They kick. They last longer, but it's not as potent though. It's not as strong though. But like yeah, it's not my preference though.
No, because you never know how it kicks in your face just suddenly. But you can make them with the pot as well. I have never tried that. I have only tried with hash though. But muffins with pot sounds nice too.
Nah, I don't. I've had edibles, but I don't eat the raw. Nah, I don't do that. I haven't tried it.
Yeah, man.
yo, how about Lenny and Ty Dolla
What's up?
I think he said he would want to hear you with Ty dollar signs or something.
Oh, Ty Dolla Sign. Oh, yeah, he's dope. That would have to be on some Cali shit, man.
I would want to work with Wiz or even Currency. Like most of the stoner rappers, those are the vibes I would wanna be on. You know, those are the type of artists I would work with.
Honestly, man, I could work with any I could work with anybody, man.
Same, no cap.
I could work
I
with
think
anybody.
this, yeah, I think this is a good segue to the track, right? Um,
You and Drake would be interesting conversation.
Yeah, yeah, let's go.
appreciate you, Jakes. Yeah, it's
I
dope
can't hear
working with
Jakes.
Lemmy.
I can't hear
Yeah,
him.
same here, but I'm kind of trying to dissect what I'm kind of hearing. But yeah, appreciate it, Jakes. Yeah, working with Lemmy is pretty dope, though. It's quite a
Wait,
great
you
experience.
was Jake's talking? Cause I can't hear nothing he's saying.
Yeah, he did say something about he likes the relationship between me and Lemmy, right? And yeah, man, it's really fire though. Like the type of dynamic we have now from the beginning, it's been impeccable. just working on these different tracks and getting these different vibes. Because he now told me like, okay, cool, I want to mix it up sometimes, so I don't want to have the same old vibes all the time. I want to go in different directions now and expand my music horizon. So yeah, we've been doing that, and shout out to him. He comes up with some concepts, sometimes tells me, okay, this is how he would want to go about it. And yeah, we've been working. So shout out to Levy, though. Shout out to you, man.
Appreciate it, bro. You already know.
Hey guys,
Likewise,
isn't it always
likewise. Kamikaze. He just my bad, Wolf of God. Just wanna return that favor. Kamikaze. He challenges me with his different sounds, whether he knows it or not. But I'm open to all types of music. I'm open to working with all types of people. I try to understand the artist, understand the sound, and I look at myself as like knowing music, trying to know music at a high level, and trying to do my thing. So that shout out to Kamikaze for bringing a different element and what he's bringing to the game with him and his team. You know what I'm saying?
Hey guys, isn't it something that is called trip hop? I remember a long time ago I heard something like it's called trip hop, but do you guys know of any artists that use that a lot or something?
That's my first time hearing a trip hop, bro. What is that?
I think it's like trippy beats and some kind, but
Yeah, so it's yeah. I'm assuming it's like, yeah, that's psychedelic rap. I would say it's a mixture of like an electronic vibe, slow tempos, I guess. So it's similar to what like a Flying Lotus, I would say. I wouldn't completely say Flying Lotus makes that kind of vibe, but yeah, it would be along the lines of something he would make, or even like a Jay Dilla kind of thing. That's kind of trip hop, I would say. Um, so yeah, I would dabble in that, and I think it's really dope to try out different vibes. I definitely want to try and make a mixture of um electronica with my hip hop, because that's a sound that I find I would want to gravitate towards more. It's the beats are really unorthodox there, and yeah, I would get to that. Shout out for that question, Wolf of God.
All
yeah, no
right.
problem.
Speaking of that, let's get to the track of the week.
All right, Lemmy, would you wanna explain first?
Yeah, yeah. The name of this track is called Gulabi Gang. This is a song that I wrote in 2015, and I had a beat and everything. I even recorded it. I just like that's 7 years ago. So like that's hard drives, different computers. I haven't been able to like get my hands on that version. And somewhere along the lines, I lost it. You know what I'm saying? So the Gulabi Gang is based in India. It's a group of women that wear pink and they walk around with big sticks called lathis, and they advocates against domestic violence for women in India. And I this was when Tumblr was real heavy in 2015, and I was just scrolling down Tumblr. Tumblr was like a Twitter for me, and I peeped it, and I was like, oh shit, this would be something dope to rap about. You know what I'm saying? In our community, the black community, it's a lot of domestic violence that goes on in our community, and I grew up in one of those type of households, so it was just something that I can like reason with and talk about. Feel like I could talk about. And they wore pink. They wear pink. They go around in pink, and they you know they fight and they stand up against men who are beating women in the homes in India. And right now is Breast Cancer Awareness Month in America. I don't know if it's a global thing too, but everybody's wearing pink, So I was just like, shit. And I was thinking about it at work. I was like, damn. I was thinking about the one of my sleeper coins called Casper, and how it was based out of Indian. And I was thinking about the Gulabi gang idea came in my head. I was like, damn, it's October. It's pink. So shit, let me see if Kamikaze will like this. Let me see if we can cook up a beat. And I'll wipe the dust off of this track, and we'll make it happen for this week. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Kamikaze made the beat. It was different, but like I said, I try my best to adapt to those type of things, and it ended up being a dope song. Like it was even a challenge because I didn't know if I wanted to write new lyrics to the song or keep the old lyrics to the track. And like I said, it's 7 years ago, so I forgot the whole flow. I forgot how I went about the flow and the raps, but I remember the flow with the hook. So that was easy. And then just adding it to my style now, it was kind of challenging. You know what I'm saying? I still got it done in adequate time, but it was challenging for me because I usually get songs done pretty fast. But it ended up being pretty dope. Kamikaze laid a dope East Indian sample to it, and he caught wind of what was going on, and he did his thing too. So it's called Gulabi Gang. Kamikaze, you can share your spill too.
Yeah. So yeah. Let me did explain who the Gulabi Gang is, what they do. He did send me some information, and I checked them out, and yeah. Domestic violence is a normal thing we do see in households, especially in the Black community. So speaking about that, yeah, is quite crucial. So when Lemmy brought this topic up, I was definitely interested. And he did have a requirement for the beat. He was like, yo, I wanted to have like an Indian or Eastern sample, and this is how the previous beat was. And I told him like, yeah, he wanted to hook me up with samples. I was like, yeah, but let me just try to do something my way and interpret it my way, come up with something on my side. I have an idea of what kind of samples I can use, because I have dabbled in sampling, Middle Eastern and Indian type of vibes, especially with our song XRP Fact Check. It does have some aspects to it. If you do hear the drums, subtle drums in the back, but with this song, I took a different turn and just decided, let me just sample in this way. And yeah, it was a different way of me sampling and creating the beat. But yeah, he did want a trapish vibe, and I went that route and made the beat that I made. I actually have like a different beat, bro. Like I made two, and I was like, nah, let me just work on another one because I would want to have options. And the second one was the one I felt like, okay, is one I would send you. So yeah, it came about that way. And let me did his thing. I heard his verse, and I had to lay mine down after, and I did. And we made this song, overall. So I do believe if you raise your hand on a woman, like you're not really a man. If you're letting someone intimidate you to that point that you feel like you need to raise your hand, it makes no sense in my eyes. So talking about that, Gulabi Gang and women standing up for themselves, I do see the future being female, and it is we are in that era where we're starting to see that women are starting to take control. But in terms of taking control and protecting themselves, I do believe in that. So yeah, making the song, it was a no-brainer. So shout out to Lemmy for that.
All right, here we go. And while we're playing this song, Kamikaze, you might need to hop out and hop back in. You sound like shit. But we can make out what you were saying. But that's why I didn't interrupt you. Um, so here we go with the track of the week, the exclusive track from our guys Kamikaze and Lemmy doing what they do. Right. This is Gulabi Gang. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get to it.
Gulabi gang. Can't control your hoes, then get out my lane. Got my Lati, that shit is swollen, that fire flame. These niggas are so they sold, then they lost their brain. Let me tell you how I feel about Ray Rice. Never mind, baby girl, play nice. About 20 years ago, my old man bad-handed my mom's like goddamn. Take it back on my roots when it was cool to do the shit. If you hit it with the yap, I'm gonna top it with the Lati. It's too many queens to put your paws on, little scrappy. I understand the struggle, step away, make yourself happy. My cousin named Nasty got caught up, they did him nasty. Scroll down my Tumblr with the bumble. Gals and pink holding these big Latis. Looking like the Dipset Taliban. They go hand in hand with saying pat pow. It's called symbolism, dog, right now. If you don't look into that and calm down, then your ass is about to stand trial. They don't wanna see Gulabi gang no more. Cause they deep as hell with Latis at your door. Look like Cameron in the Dipset, ain't no boy. From the bando to the better, try some more. They don't wanna see Gulabi gang no more. Cause they deep as hell with Latis at your door. Look like Cameron in the Dipset, ain't no boy. From the bando to the better, trap. Gulabi gang. Can't control your hoes, then get out my lane. Got my Lati, that shit is swollen, that fire flame. These niggas are so they sold, then they lost their brain.
Yeah. You ain't a man if you putting hands on a woman. It's part of nature, you don't see other animals do it. There's no reason you should do such. If you do, then you're a woman yourself. You should hold the clutch, but she not be here. The future's female and the time is here. Stand alone, don't together, step it up a gear. Intimidated by a woman that she ain't got you in fear. Lobby gang might just pull up to your spot. We're all about to smoke, show me what you got. Like hope, but all women are gods. They created us, so tell me what are the odds. Men got the strength, but women have got the power. Whether you wanna go, just follow the road. Got no rage, I can't taint my soul. The truth is in the woman's embedded in our code. Can't stand your ground, then homie, you are a choke. Tongue sharper than a sword. Make the wrong move and you can't pull the cord. Can't control your emotions, step out the door. Can't control your woman, then step out the door. It's better for your conscience, I'm just being honest. Raising your hand shows how much you're a coward. Raising your hand shows that you're overpowered. It ain't dope like white powder. Be the bigger person and not sour. Tell me, would you be happy about it during your final hours? Gulabi gang coming through with the manpower. Gulabi gang taking over like Eisenhower. Gulabi gang say it loud.
They don't wanna see Gulabi gang no more. Cause they deep as hell with Latis at your door. Look like Cameron in the Dipset, ain't no boy. From the bando to the better, try some more. They don't wanna see Gulabi gang no more. Cause they deep as hell with Latis at your door. Look like Cameron in the Dipset, ain't no boy. From the bando to the better, trap.
Hey, Gulabi gang. That's dope. Thanks for the education on that. I didn't know nothing about the Gulabi gang, right? And that's yeah, as a woman, right? Thankfully, I've never had to deal with it personally, right? But that's dope because you definitely don't hear and you won't hear many men make music talking about domestic violence and drawing attention to that, right? So shout out to both of you. That's dope. And speaking of Gulabi gang, right? That's in India. Now I know that the movie that I just seen isn't it's not 100% true, but see, I went and saw The Woman King a couple days ago, and women are powerful, right? And it's weak men, right? I even have to deal with it right here on the internet. A perfect example is if you look on my timeline and just scroll down, probably within the last 5 tweets on my timeline. Yesterday, I put out the promo for the Wake and Bake Vibes like I always do, right? And the 3 pictures of me, Lemmy, and Kamikaze, right? You can obviously tell we are, black. Um, and somebody dropped some racist shit in the comments, right? And it's like somebody I now you guys probably I have haters, I have stalkers that do weird shit. They do certain things when they get bored to draw attention to themselves and to get me riled up. And a lot of the times it does work, right? Because they'll say certain trigger shit that gets me to react. But this shit right here, like I took his comment, I quote retweeted over it and just said how ignorant it is, right? And this is somebody that is not one of my known stalkers or trolls, right? This is just somebody who came out of the blue that I don't know. And then within it, later on when I woke up this morning, I got DMs from people who have dealt with this specific person. And so obviously he has 2 accounts. The account he dropped the racist comments on, and then on his alter account, he's calling me too hot. He's calling me too hot, and then he's going in on, do you pee standing up or sitting down? Do you wear boxers or do you wear briefs? And just so you know, since you want to be in my fucking underwear business, bitch, if you're listening, when I'm at home wearing basketball shorts, I free ball it and I actually don't wear shit but basketball shorts. But when I do have to get dressed and go out into the world, yeah, I wear boxer briefs, okay? Boxers was when I was like in middle school and high school, I wore, boxers, but boxer briefs. And why? Because they're comfortable. I can move around, let my shit air out the way y'all do too, you feel me? And if I'm in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, and I put my thingy on, it's all good. I can get it done with it on, with it off, all the shit. You feel me? So since you want to be in my underwear business, boxer briefs is what I prefer. But anyways, that's the type of ignorant shit I personally have to deal with just as a woman, right? And then now throw on top of it as a gay woman, right? And then now throw on top of it a black gay woman. So at certain points in my life, I have 3 strikes against me just for being a woman, right? And it's I definitely shout out to you guys for real for bringing attention to domestic violence and uplifting and empowering the women in India, the Gulabi gang, right? And shit, I veered off, but the Woman King, I went and saw that a couple days ago, and that was very empowering, right? Just to know that in Africa, where some of my ancestors may descend from. I've never done the ancestry thing, but I am black. So, I may have some real African roots way down in my bloodline, but just to know that there was a tribe that had powerful women soldiers that men soldiers feared and ran away from and could not defeat. Women took them down and conquered shit. That's how powerful we are. So, yeah, shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for that. But anybody
Hey,
else want to speak on that?
yeah, Tukal, actually, that was very interesting what you said. That do you know where in Africa you are from?
No, if you,
Ancestors.
I don't think you pay attention when I be speaking. I said I do not know. I've never taken the ancestry thing, so I'm not 100% certain. But I strongly assume that I do have African, true African blood because I am black. And how did black people get to America, right? There, our ancestors, majority of our ancestors came from Africa. So I don't know.
Yeah, shout out to the Agoji tribe. Those women were really strong. Yeah, based in West Africa from the, yeah, I think it was like the 17th century to like the uh, 19th century, I think, something like that. So shout out to them for doing what they did. They were strong women, and shows that, through time there have
Shout
been
out
women
to you,
who.
Kamikaze, and Lemmy also, by the way, for the song of the week. I loved it, guys, and great job. I forgot all about it. Too cold.
Wait, did you hear Kamikaze was speaking? Can you hear Kamikaze speaking?
Yes, can do too cold. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
he was
I'm
in,
high as well.
he was
I'm
in the
stoned
middle
today.
of his sentence and you just interrupted him. But all right, most definitely. But go ahead,
So
Kamikaze.
sorry, Kamikaze. So sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to you, Wolf of God, for all the support all the time, man. I know you here for the music. You love the vibes, so appreciate you, man. Yeah, the Goji tribe. So yeah, knowing that like women have been able to, protect themselves, that's basically the first Gulabi gang, I would say, and that existed. So shout out to the Goji tribe. I would want to see the Woman King and see how the history, of their tribe is and was. So yeah, it definitely is an interesting aspect um
Yeah,
of history.
I highly recommend going to see it. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a dope movie. It doesn't play out because when I seen the promos for the Woman King coming out, I started because I saw within the promos it said it's a true, based on true events. So I did a little bit of research and it's not 100% accurate, right? Because some parts of history say, that they, when you watch the movie, they were a part of the problem as far as enslaving their own people, right? But in the movie, they are portrayed as being the heroes and the heroines to free from slavery. So there is a bit of, you got to definitely do your own research as far as the true history of it. But what is 100% real is that there was an army of women under the king, under a certain king during a certain period of time. That is 100% accurate.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. It's gonna be on my list of movies when I do have time to go out and check out stuff. Um, yeah, I do feel like this is something we do need to bring awareness to, because it does happen, and there are quite a few artists who have brought it to light. Domestic violence. They even have like somewhat music videos. Mostly they do have music videos for those kind of songs, because it is important to bring awareness to these kind of things. So I do respect artists who do bring awareness to certain topics. Like Lil Wayne had his song "How to Love." It may not have
Oh yeah,
been
yeah,
about.
yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah, so it may not have been like about like abuse to that extent, but it was some type of abuse, and the whole story of her, in the music video of a girl, going through phase of being a young pregnant woman, and being somewhat abused, right, by the man. I think it was a dad or something, if I'm not mistaken. probably wrong, but yeah, bringing awareness to those kind of situations, because that song did kind of blow up. It is kind of rare to have artists speak on serious things like that and bring it to light. So yeah, I think we do need to see more of that. But I do think back in the day, back in the 90s and all of that, they did speak about that a lot more than what happens now. We all about good vibrations and good, I guess, upbeat stuff now, rather than get into the serious stuff.
Yeah, two songs that I can remember on that spoke on that is on Ludacris and Mary J. Blige, "Runaway Love," and you got Eve, "Love Is Blind." Them the two biggest songs that I heard about domestic violence that I heard probably in my era listening to rap.
Yo, sidebar. Kamikaze.
What's up? What's up?
You fuck with DJ Charisma?
Charisma. Shout out to her, man. She's dope.
No, that's a dude.
There's
Yeah,
there's
yeah, let's go.
DJ Charisma. Hey, there's a female DJ Charisma. Okay, I haven't heard of
Yeah.
him.
I my bad. Yeah, I was thinking that you were talking about the female charisma too.
Nah, let's talk about this I think he's from South Africa. He's a he's an Afrobeat DJ. He's like huge.
Okay, yeah, I have heard of him, but I'm not really into that scene like that. Um, I'm gonna start
Oh, okay.
dabbling in that scene though, but yeah, it seems like it is getting more buzz, so I need to start seeing how to incorporate that in my music too.
Yeah, the only cat I really know of is Black Coffee, but I got put on to him. His wave is crazy right now.
Yeah, shout to Black Coffee. Yeah, he's been making waves. Like, yo, that guy has been in the game, and yeah, I think now that he's being you know known, he's now known internationally, and getting his recognition and his flowers for all the hard work he's done. Like, man, a man with one hand being able to make such amazing music is, yeah, it's something to be inspired by. He makes some really groovy house music, and he's one of the few house DJs that I would listen to on the regular.
That's what's up. My fault. Y'all could go back to domestic violence.
The way you put it, but yeah, like I've heard of a few songs, right? There's one by Tupac. I can't remember which album it's on,
What?
but he
Brenda?
does.
Keep your head up.
Yeah, I think it is "Keep Your Head Up," but I do know about Brenda also. The one where, yeah, there's this little girl who, you know, from from a young age she does get pregnant and she got abused. Yeah, like they have artists like back in the day that have spoken about it. So it is something that is, apparent in all all timelines, and yeah, we need to bring more awareness to it, even in this day and age, especially with, all this, I guess all this, violence being portrayed all the time, social media being shown, um, on many platforms, even in the music. We hear about it all the time. A lot of people speak on, violence a lot. So I think that also, gets transferred into the listener, and all these emotions come out, and you know we we take it out on the wrong people. And like, yeah, that's something we need to start bringing out. I guess we need to definitely change the vibration of the music out there. And I think this has always been a topic we have on the spaces, but that's one of the things we need to change about music. And I hope Web3 does that, where we take control of where the direction of music goes, rather than the labels being in control and paying advances to the artists to create a certain type of music you know
Yep. 100%. Um, yeah. Anybody else want to join the convo? Get up here.
So, Kamikaze, is everything good on the Sonar Muse front?
Yes, we've been making progress. um it's progress that we've been doing behind the scenes. We just released a new update. Just decided to make an update before we start closing the submissions, and we start on ramping the new artists. So um just to make the create a new look and feel of the website. So soon, as soon as we are ready, we still have quite a bit to keep working on, and we want to make it right. We definitely don't want to rush anything. So
Wolf don't want to hear
um
that.
yeah, everything's good though. Overall, we're excited. We're excited for the new changes. I'm I'm hearing some great feedback from artists. Being able to upload music now and do their thing without any limitations now. So we're slowly gonna be releasing updates. There's some in the backlog, and then we also will be showing like some tutorials and demos of certain aspects to the website. So if you're on computer, using your computer, of course, you probably have seen that the design is quite different. I don't know if Too Cold has had a better experience navigating now, but I try to make the navigation way easier and way better for an artist. I should rather ask an artist who is on the platform how their experience has been. So let me, how has it been so far with the new update for you?
Um, it's been cool, man. It's been positive. You know what I'm saying? Like I was able to upload a song the other night. It has minor bugs. That's all a part of the beta testing process. Just to call out what you feel need to be upgraded. But for the most part, it has like the new features that it has. It has like a sidebar that gives you options to do a lot of things, like um the discovery. You got the discovery bar. I call it the magnifying glass. Kamikaze has told me that it's the discovery tab where you could find music, find the users, find the playlists, and be able to just get more out of the platform. Then you have the artist tab where you can go to your user and your artist page. Then like my favorite part of part of the website has become the upload, because I got a whole bunch of songs that I want to upload. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to tapping in with that even heavier. I'm just gonna go down the list of songs that I have, and I'm going to just get to uploading. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it's lit. I use it from my phone. I use Sonar Muse from my phone a lot. So although I know that it's not gonna be as user friendly to the phone as much as I want it to be, you know, it's still lit. Like when I turn the phone sideways, I'm still able to see it how I see it on the computer. And shit, I even think you could upload music on the phone. You just got to make sure your dimensions on your picture is good. But I was definitely able to upload my actual WAV file on the phone. So I'm still trying to work it out, even though it's kind of denying me. I'm still gonna push it because I'm always on the road. I'm at work most of the time and shit. If I got a spare moment to do something, I'm gonna try to upload the song while I'm upload music while I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? Till I get all my songs on that shit. So for the most part, it's been positive, but it got its bugs here and there. But like I said, as a beta tester, that's why you there. You know, to call out what you see and add suggestions, and, you know, help uplift the platform to where it need to go.
Yeah, definitely. And I appreciate all the feedback that you guys have been providing. So, yeah, I'm definitely working overtime. But like I said, back end stuff is more important. We need to do the groundwork first um, before we can carry on doing what we need to do. But yeah, overall, Wolf of God, things have been progressing. We will have some exciting things. We have a pile of news that we're just holding on to. Probably might share with Ripple though. You know, it's things that they might be excited about. But yeah, we definitely have some greatness in the pipelines and a lot of news in the pipeline. So be on the lookout and yeah, excited. But we will be onboarding people, the new artists soon. um we will consider having more beta testers in terms of listeners. We just have to go and discuss that more with the team and see the dynamics and how it is. But yeah, there's something for the beta testers that we're gonna bring and we're gonna provide for them. So um, just as a thank you, we might have something in store. So yeah.
Sweet. Glad to hear that everything is going smoothly and you guys are testing and things like that. Looking forward, Kamikaze, to get some more updates on it because it sounds very exciting what you guys are doing.
Yeah. I just have one thing to add, like, is that yeah, we definitely want to have a safe space for the musicians. So we doing our best to ensure that safety is important. So yeah, um, that's what we're doing. So we're gonna create a great ecosystem for musicians overall. Um, yeah, we have a placeholder for podcasters. We gonna be working on that dynamic as soon as we finish off all the major aspects of the platform for musicians. We'll be moving on to the podcast, but yeah, we have a placeholder ready and we're setting that up. So yeah, we doing that, and we do look forward to having a great platform for everybody to enjoy.
Sweet. Can't wait to see how it will work out. Everything with the music you can store and things like that in Web3 because it's really shitty now. I have wasted so much money on music before on iTunes and things like that on accounts that I have lost access to and things like that, and even music that you will lose forever because of that. So can't wait till we get a real place to store it and have the libraries and things like that.
Yeah, NFTs is a really exciting aspect to the platform. I I I do see the potential and the use case for these NFTs, especially when maybe an artist can at some point decide, okay, I don't want the song on a platform anymore, but people who own the NFT are lucky enough to still have that song because the metadata is stored somewhere else, so that song will be with them forever, I guess. So like that aspect of music and being able to have ownership of what you bought and what you've purchased is is quite a crucial aspect to and an exciting aspect of NFTs. And in my opinion, I do like that aspect that only a select few might just be able to listen to the song now because the artist maybe just wanted it to be limited edition and only available for a certain demographic or certain people who owned this NFT.
Yes, sweet. That of course that I haven't thought about so far with music. That's a exciting, cool as fuck. Nice. Hey, Scams. Glad to see you're in there as well.
Uh, well, anything else we're gonna talk about as far as music or anything goes? Because it looks like we dying down over here. You guys is getting quiet. Let me kamikaze. Hello.
Shit, I'm
Oh,
yeah. I think if Kamikaze don't got anything else to talk about, I think we can get into wrapping it up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I think it's that time of the day, and it's that time of the episode where we do start closing out. Um, I think, yeah, let me say my closing statements since I'm here already. Shout out to everybody who pulled through. Really enjoyed having this conversation. It was really cool hearing your sentiments on how you would move if you got a big paycheck. So yeah, shout out to Too Cold, the host with the most. Keep doing your thing. Shout out to you for always hosting these spaces. Ex Lemmy, bro. It's always a vibe, man. Shout out to you for always being the co-host and holding it down. Gorilla Jakes, I don't know if he's still here, but shout out to him for being that substitute teacher. Hales, it's always great having you listening in. Wolf of God, shout out to you, bro. Really enjoy you, loving the music and the vibes, staying in, just enjoying these vibes. And War Turtle, shout out to you for also having some input and providing your insights on how you would move. And then everybody else like Shore and Silver, shout out to you for tuning in. And then I don't know who this is. Scams are bad. Yeah, shout out to you too for pulling through. But yeah, was a dope space. And if you're an artist or know any artists, please let them know about the Sona Muse music submissions. Will be closing in November. And if you do have any questions about Sona Muse and what we're doing and uh, our objectives, please don't hesitate to email us at info@sonamuse.org. That's info@sonamuse.org. So yeah, thank you very much once again.
Uh, For sure, for sure. And the link for the submissions is on top of the Jumbotron. I tried to get him to tell him to pin it on his Sonar Muse page, but so it's on top of the Jumbotron. Uh, if you guys do know any artists, just take that link up there and hand that to them. Go ahead, Lemmy. And before we get out of here, we'll run back the track of the week, the exclusive track, so that we could close it out with the song you guys brought for the week.
For sure, for sure. Shout out everybody checking in. It was a dope space, dope topics. We look forward next week to catching y'all and presenting the music and just getting the vibe. Shout out to Tuco. Y'all make sure y'all tapping with Tuco on a weekly basis. She got her spaces. She got all types of motion going on in this space. She's doing her thing. So y'all make sure y'all support her as much as y'all can. Crypto Jake, shout out to you. I don't know where you at, but shout out to you, man. Blessings on blessings. Kamikaze, you already know what it is, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep elevating the platform, making a way for artists like us to do our thing. And you already know. War Total, nice meeting you. I followed you back. Shout out to you. Blessings on blessings. We appreciate your input. Shout out to Xbot, Mr. Xbot for pulling up. That's one of my favorite projects. If not my favorite project, my top 3 projects will more than likely be Two Cold Coin. This is no particular order. Two Cold Coin, Sonar Muse, and Xbot Club. Those are my 3 favorite projects. So shout out to y'all. Wolf of
Yeah.
God. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
For sure. Wolf of God. Shout out to you, man. You always supporting us on the music. Blessings on blessings. You always got them questions. Shout out to you, bro. Hells. Shout out to you as well. Sounded sure you was mute today, but it's all good. You probably busy with the kids. Shout out to you. Scams are bad. Yes, they are. They're definitely bad. Good to meet you. Shout out Silver Fox and Sade. If I missed anybody, y'all already know what it is, man. Shout out to everybody. For sure.
Shout out to everybody also, Lemmy and Kamikaze and Tuco. Thanks so much for holding this spaces every week. I love them. For the weekly song, it was amazing, guys. Thanks so much.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. And thank you for all of that, you guys. And as well, Lemmy said one of his favorite coins is Tuco coin. Just a little exclusive drop for y'all right here. Since it's not that very many, but maybe people go back and listen to the Wake and Bake vibes. Tuco coin. Y'all wanted utility, and it's on its way, right? It's not very much, but I got some things cooking, and yeah. So I'll just say that. But with all that being said, y'all know we here every single Thursday for the Wake and Bake Vibes with Lemmy and Kamikaze. This is where we talk about music, the music industry, music NFTs, and things in that sort. We help educate anybody stepping into the space that may not know as a musical artist how to go about stepping into Web3 as far as music NFTs and whatnot. And shout out to Sonar Muse for doing what they're doing as far as building the platform that they're building on the Xrp Ledger streaming music platform, as well as a music NFT store. So be on the lookout for that. Do your research on it. Go check it out. On top of the Jumbotron right now is links to Sonar Muse. So shout out Kamikaze for that. And both of the guys for always bringing some dope music and all the music that I play throughout all the space calls that I do host throughout the weeks. So tomorrow's Friday. I have no scheduled calls tomorrow, but I may pop up with one. Talking to somebody they want to do like an AMA or something, so there may be a special call going up tomorrow. But the next scheduled call for the Too Cold brand is going to be Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern with our guys Jake and Triple X rated for the XRPL pool party, right? And then Sunday we're coming through with the XRPL cookout like we do every single Sunday. So Thank you guys for pulling up. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for joining the conversation. So we're gonna head up out of here with the exclusive track of the week from our guys Lemmy and Kamikaze. This song is called Gulabi Gang. You are not gonna be able to hear it nowhere else unless you run this space call back. And it again, all the previously recorded space calls, including this one, will always be put up on the YouTube channel. So until Lemmy and Kamikaze drop their music, that's the only way you're going to be able to hear these exclusive songs that are played every single week in the Wake and Bake Vibe. So here we go with the Gulabi Gang, and then we're going to head up out of here. Let's go. Gulabi Gang. Uh-oh. See, this is a part of those bug fixes, right?
Aunties at your door, look like Cameron in the distance, ain't no board, from the bando to the
Your hand shows that you're over.
There we go. Here we go.
Gulabi gang. Can't control your hoes, then get out my lane. Got my Lexi, that shit is swollen, that fire flame. These niggas done sold their soul, think they lost their brain. Let me tell you how I feel about Ray Rice. Never mind, baby girl, play nice. About 20 years ago, my old man bad-handed my mom's like goddamn. Take it back on my roots when it was cool to do the shit. If you hit it with the yap, I'm gonna top you with the Lati. It's too many queens to put your paws on, little scrappy. I understand the struggle, step away, make yourself happy. My cousin named Nasty got caught up, they did him nasty. Scroll down my Tumblr with the bumble. Gals and pink holding these big latsies. Looking like the dip said Taliban. They go hand in hand with saying pow pow. It's called symbolism, dog, right now. If you don't look into that and calm down, then your ass is about to stand trial. They don't wanna see Gulabi gang no more. Cause they deep as hell with latsies at your door. Look like Cameron in the dips that ain't no board. From the bando to the bando, trust for more. They don't wanna see Gulabi gang no more. Cause they deep as hell with latsies at your door. Look like Cameron in the dips that ain't no board. From the bando to the bando, trap. Gulabi gang. Can't control your hoes, then get out my lane. Got my Lexi, that shit is swollen, that fire flame. These niggas done sold their soul, then they lost their brain.
Yeah. You ain't a man if you putting hands on a woman. If it's part of nature, you don't see other animals do it. There's no reason you should do such. If you do, then you're a woman yourself. You should hold the clutch, but she not be here. The future's female and the time is here. Stand alone, don't together, step it up a gear. Intimidated by a woman that should and got you in fear. Blobby gang might just pull up to your spot. We're all about to smoke, show me what you got. Like hope, but all women are gods. They created us, so tell me what are the odds. Men got the strength, but women have got the power. Where do you wanna go? Just follow the road. Got no rage, I can't taint my soul. Truth is in the woman's embedded in our code. Can't stand your ground, then homie, you are a chode. Tongue sharper than a sword. Make the wrong move and you can't pull the cord. Can't control your emotions, step out the door. Can't control your woman, then step out the door. It's better for your conscience, I'm just being honest. Raising your hand shows how much you're a coward. Raising your hand shows that you're overpowered. It ain't dope like white powder. Be the bigger person and not sour. Tell me, would you be happy about it during your final hours? Gulabi gang coming through with the manpower. Gulabi gang taking over like Eisenhower. Gulabi gang say it loud.
They don't wanna see Gulabi gang no more. Cause they deep as hell with latsies at your door. Look like Cameron in the dips that ain't no board. From the bando to the bando, try some more. They don't wanna see Gulabi gang no more. Cause they deep as hell with latsies at your door. Look like Cameron in the dips that ain't no board. From the bando to the bando, trap.
Yeah. So that is how we close it out here. Shout out to Lemmy and Kamikaze, and prayers and thoughts and all of that to all the women who are dealing with domestic violence and have not been able to escape just yet, because Lemmy did bring it to our attention. It is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So shout out to all them women. If you guys do come across this, stay strong. keep your head up and keep the fight, right? And hopefully you can find yourself out of that type of a situation. And to all the women who have been fortunate enough to escape that type of situation, congratulations and shout out to you, and keep shining and doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? So most definitely.
Tuco, real quick. It's breast cancer awareness month, but I lined the pink with the pink that they do for breast cancer, so it's not domestic violence. Because I know you like to
Oh,
shout
my
out,
bad.
do your shout out. So yeah, just letting you know, it's all good.
Okay, my bad, my bad. But it's still shout out to them anyways,
For
right?
sure, for
And
sure.
and to all the women who are dealing with breast cancer, prayers and thoughts up to you, and wishing for you a healthy and speedy recovery. Um, but without further ado, let us get up out of here and enjoy the rest of our Thursday, guys. You feel me? So you can catch me in the crypto streets, right? And if you guys are gonna be roaming them streets as well, make sure you are safe out there. So never trust, always verify. You dig? And enjoy the rest of your Thursday and be safe. Whether you're out running around doing whatever it is you're doing, right? So, again, thank y'all. We are done with the Wake and Bake vibes. All right. So, we up out of here. Until next time, y'all. We gone.